One of the keys to the future of interest rates is inflation, and the latest monthly indicator's just been released. Ross Greenwood is here. Ross, is it good or bad news?
Look, it's pretty good news, I would have to say, in terms of the cost of living. It is remaining pretty much under control. It was expected to actually lift up a little bit to 3.5%. The inflation rate through to the end of February is 3.4%, and that is flat on where it was the previous month. So that being the case, if we go through and have a look at the slightly longer term part of this, what you can really see is that inflation is trending down over a period of time. It's still not coming down to that place where the Reserve Bank would really like it, between 3 and 4%, or rather between 2 and 3%. But the reality is that it is now coming down, and we can actually see this in the price of some of the goods and services that are there. So some of the things that are actually moving in price right now, have a look at this. So bread and cereal up by 7%. The big one here that's still going up is insurance. So this is over the year, and you can see rents are still very strong. But say, for example, you can see that the price of meat and fruit and vegetables are starting to fall. So there are some signs. And there's one other interesting aspect of this that comes out here, and that is electricity prices. So electricity prices actually have come in pretty much flat over this period of time. But if it were not for the government rebates, then electricity prices through for the year would be up by around 15%. So that is the impact of some of those cost of living relief measures that the government has given, that has actually meant that for people at home, the price of electricity is for them flat over the year. Although if you go back over 2 years, it's still very, very high. I do recognise that. But for the past 12 months, as flat rather than being 15% high. If we have a quick look now, I'll go to the markets, and what you can see is the reaction to this has been relatively muted. So you can see the All Ordinaries Index, rather the ASX 200, up by around 0.25%. That is an improvement on where it was before this inflation number came out. The other one we'll look at is the Australian dollar. So the Australian dollar basically sitting here is a touch lower off the back of this, 65.25 US cents right now.
Ross Greenwood, thank you as always.